Greetings and welcome to my next Gwent deck video. So this particular deck was a deck that I once played with a while ago. I can't remember how long it's been since I played, but I think last month I saw this deck being played in the ladder, so I went ahead and gave it a shot again. This is ENSLAVE 6 Nilfgaard, ENSLAVE 6 Hyper Mill, so that's gonna be the deck we're gonna be running with today. I think this is the first deck I've ever ran without having a double-digit provision card in it. My highest provision card is Tibber, which I find to be pretty crazy, but I think this deck is actually pretty decent. Before I get started, I would like to get you guys to know, in case you guys didn't see the last video, that I am now a part of Team Bandit Gang, so you're going to see a link to their site in the description below. You're going to see articles on like a sort of beginner's guide to like the different factions in Gwent, and honestly the way they explain it I think is much better than how I would have explained it if it was me doing it. Just because I feel like I already get confused in my own world and in my own thoughts, that I feel like if I were to try to cover something else, I would be having a bit of trouble doing it. So be sure to check those resources out and other resources if you guys need them. So we are running the Hypermill ENSLAVE 6 today. So it revolves around the big power cards providing us with boosts through the use of Triss Marigold and Yennefer Divination. It is a combo that I have not, and also Zarthesius. It is a combo that I have not used in a while. I have used it, I think, once or twice, like a few months back, but I have not used it since. But now we are going to go back and explore it again in the new meta, and I'll show you guys some gameplay after. So, Tibber is the big boy of the operation, pretty much. He is the one that's hopefully providing us with all the power that we need to win the games. Of course, we could get hit by like big unit attacks like Imler's Wrath, which is now starting to show itself into the pro ladder. Quite a few poisons from Syndicate. We got what's his name, Moriel's also from Syndicate. Other tall removals, so the Bonhart, Geralt Igni, sometimes Geralt Erdrins. I think I'm surprised I haven't seen more Geralt Erdrins in like some crazy decks, just because I feel like a lot of the meta I think is being controlled by like, you know, very high boosting units. So I don't know, like I could make a crazy anti-meta deck where Geralt Erdrin is sort of like the MVP of that deck. But yeah, so that's the idea of Tibber, is just to provide all the power boosts and then eventually get him out, hopefully. Next is Vilgefortz. You can either use him as a way of getting out Tibber without having to trigger its ability, or you can use it as an offensive weapon. Like I said, because we are seeing a lot of cards in the ladder where they all can boost themselves up to become tall units, I use Vilgefortz mainly as an offensive weapon, at least for this particular case. Just because even though this deck is already full of attacking cards, there's just no way for you to deal with there's just no way for you to single-handedly deal with those very tall units. So that's what Vilgefortz is there for. Plus, you can also end up bricking some really, like, you know, good cards for them that they might not have drawn yet, that they're probably looking for. So there is, you know, some luck involved in that, but you never know. Next is Zarthesius. Zarthesius is either good for thinning out our deck if we need to, or for getting a high power boost from one of our high power cards. Now, of course, it's very random, so you don't know what you're gonna get, but between thinning and getting a big boost, both are personally okay. So it depends. So you can actually use this in the early round where you can try and get you can get out a tactic card to thin your deck out, or you can use it if you luck into a high power card. Then if that's the case, then you actually get a lot of tempo if you play it early, which is actually pretty nice. Next, you got Triss Marigold and Yennefer Divination, which are literally the opposites of each other. One damages, one heal, one boosts. So again, if you can get Tibber to be the last card, or the last card along with the Imperial Golem, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get you 11 plus points. So they're both gonna be a lot of value if you can manipulate your deck to the point where Tibber and Imperial Golem are left. Next, you got Bribery. Bribery, I mean, I feel like everyone just has a Bribery in their deck. It is a tactic, so it does add to the ENSLAVE 6, so I guess that's why it's there. Otherwise, I probably might go Swears, because I feel like Seize is not so bad here, but we need ENSLAVE 6. Next, we got Marching Orders. Marching Orders is usually a mix between Arturius Vigo and Men of Kohur. Now, if you get an awkward hand where you have an Imperial Brigade in your hand, you don't want to roll Arturius Vigo, because that will just absolutely ruin your combo, and you'll have one very slow card that you have to get rid of. So if you do have an awkward card, I would refrain from using Marching Orders until one of these cards you know is either in your hand or been used. So you can at least make sure, you want to make sure that the play is 100% essentially. So That's the idea. Next is War Council. War Council, again, is good for thinning out your deck. So I would usually use it in the first round if I was going second. Going first isn't so bad. It is a tactic, so it is good to sort of trigger Hefty Helga. Which, by the way, is the next card. It's Hefty Helga. Hefty Helga is not so easily destroyed. Usually the opponent has to either use... I mean, if they're playing mirror factions, then Turny just kills it. But if you're playing against any other faction, it's not usually easy to kill it. You either have to give a relatively strong card, like use a relatively strong card, or use a combination of a card plus like a hero ability of some sort. So you always gotta put some extra effort to destroy the Hefty Helga, which is why I think it's pretty decent. Next, you got Menoko Horn, of course, which lets you thin out any tactic card from the deck, which is pretty nice. Artorias Vigo, for thinning out those Imperial Brigades. That's really all that it's there for. You got a couple of Imperial Diplomacies and a Bribery, I guess, to boost it, but other than that, not much of anything else. Next, you have Treason. Treason is really good, again, if you're taking on these decks where cards can produce a lot of power on their own. You can use Treason to just absolutely annihilate them. So essentially, the bigger they get and the closer they are to each other, the more powerful Treason gets, pretty much. So next is Imperial Golem. I mostly want to use Imperial Golem to, you know, get that power boost, like sort of as a backup for Tibber. But if I find that they're the last two cards in the deck and I would like to get out a unit, then I would probably go Imperial Golem. You reveal, it does damage it, but you know what? You know, you can sometimes roll into a low unit, which is nice. Tibber, in my opinion, would be a bit safer, even though you give up 2 points. You do manage to break a card from your opponent's deck. If it's a good one, you're good. If it's Nilfgaard and it's Damien, you're screwed. So you want to be careful with that. Our bronze package is 2 Imperial Brigades for the Artorias Vigo, of course. 2 Imperial Diplomacies, just because we need more tactics, and it's a good way to support Artorias. 2 Assassinations for really strong removal. 2 Vinedal Elites. The Vinedal Elites actually have quite a bit of power because of the amount of tactics you tend to draw pretty early on. So these are good, these are good first round cards to have. So you want to make sure you have these in your first round, because sometimes your third round doesn't always end up being a 10 card round. So it's always better to use Vinedal Elite when you're guaranteed to get the maximum amount of points from it. Next, you got 2 Tourney Jousts, again, more removal. And last but not least, we got some Battle Prep for some extra support. So this deck is actually pretty decent. It is a very good reacting kind of deck. So like, let's say you give your opponent the first round. In the second round, if they try to play units against you, you can just straight up hit them with Assassination, Treason, Tourney Joust, whatever you need to do to keep the game in control. A lot of the games that I played with this, they've always come close. So if I had lost, I lost by like 1 point. If I won by like a few points. The games I'm going to show you don't really reflect that, but they're also not like the most common decks you'll see. But you know what? You know, it kind of shows sort of the power of this deck. So let me know what your guys' thoughts of it are. If you think any of the cards should be changed, definitely let me know. I would like to take a look at it. And I mean, I don't know if I'm going to revise it, but because I think this is a pretty decent deck to begin with already. And yeah, I'll send you guys over to the gameplay. Mystic Echo? Wow, this should be an interesting matchup. It's probably still Mystic Echo Harmony. I mean, I can't think of anything else that they use it for. I think Shoop has become a thing with this. Although I don't think it's gonna be that powerful. So we don't need this here. We do go second though, so it's like we can play rather reactively. This one's always a 50-50 between Artorias and Menno. Either one honestly was okay with me. The idea is as long as we can just thin our deck out as much as we can. Unfortunately, we have 2 relatively unusable cards, at least not ideal. I mean, we could get away with using Tibber, but you know, when it comes to the when it comes to this, not so much. That's fine. I don't mind that happening, actually. If he puts anything beside it, it gets wrecked, so. I mean, a part of me also thinks that we might have a bit too many tactic cards in our hand, which honestly is fine. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem, though. Poison, yeah. That's fine. Okay, we got Artorias. Actually, Artorias here is better for us, because we do have an Imperial Diplomacy, which is pretty great. So even if he takes us out, we'll still be at 10, which is okay. Which is pretty okay still, so I'm not too mad or anything like that. Weeping Willow, okay. Yeah, that's fair. It's 18 to 10. Or 20 to 10, I should say. Yeah, 20 to 10. That's actually pretty tough. But that's fine. We could actually turn it just to kill one of these. Actually, ooh, this is gonna be a massive treason, I think. But not yet. Too soon for that. We could just diplomacy. Well, I mean, these are both just 4. This one, I feel like he's gonna, no, he's not gonna pass if we were to. I mean, he might play a low power unit though, because this is either crushing trap or it's fireball trap in his eyes. Why do I say fireball trap? Incinerating trap is what it's called. It throws a fireball, okay? Okay, so that's fine. Who does he boost though? Okay. I mean, I kind of wish he boosted this. Treason would have been much more powerful. But that's fine. What does it do? Damage a unit by 3 on a spring. I mean, the more powerful this gets, the more it's gonna hurt those. So I'll actually play bribery here. Oh my goodness. All of these are really bad for me. But we'll actually take this Fidgis here. Do we just spring the trap? I think we just spring the trap. We'll just damage the Dryad. I mean, this treason's gonna hurt. Don't get me wrong. This treason will hurt. So I actually don't mind all these treasons like going off and everything. So, I mean, if I had Igni, it would be much better. But you know, I can settle for this. It's fine. I was gonna say this guy better not try to DC on me. Puts it in the melee row. Okay, no, that's fine. We could do this. It's like I'm saying, man, this treason's going to hurt. Big time. Yeah, okay. Sure. This is where we will treason. So he has played Call the Forest, which my guess is what he's going to recall. I think he's actually running the Shoop Redea combo. Or at least one of the two, because I don't think I've seen a duplicate yet. We don't need both big units out here yet. Too early. I need the cards that let me like Finn. They're not coming out. We might have a problem if they don't come out. Okay, that's one. Actually, that's pretty good. I don't know whether to pass or to play. I think I have to play, right? Yeah, I can't pass. I need to get Hefty Helga out here if I want a chance. Yeah. Ooh, I mean, Menno's pretty tempting, but we're gonna draw Menno anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter too much. He could poison this, but he's already used up 2 poisons. Would he have a third? Or would he have 2 more, I should say? I think best case scenario for us if this were to become like a short 3rd round. Oh, is this, wait, what is this gonna bring out? Water of Broccolon? Water of Broccolon. That's fine. Actually, we can kill them both. Ooh, you know what? We can kill them both. Which is why I think I should have actually saved. Now that I think about it, I should have actually saved. They're all really bad. Will this work, by the way? No, okay. That's actually awful. It's actually bad for us that doesn't work. I mean, we can enslave one of the Dryad fledglings, which honestly is fine. I'm calling that bluff. I don't think he has another one. Well, it's not a bluff, but... I mean, that's kind of the extent of my abilities. I mean, it wasn't the best pass, but I mean, what can I do? But I do want to get rid of these. I feel like I can do well enough in a short round that I have no, like, you know, I don't have that much of an issue, I think, with thinning out a little bit here. Besides, I'm getting Menno and an assassination, so, you know, I am guaranteed a tactic coming out. The Venedal Elite will be useless, though, so... Oh, he played Mystic Echo already? Okay. I'll actually take that. I will happily take that. Okay, so he does have another source of poison. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Honestly, with how easy scoia'tael gets access to poison, I feel like poison should be the order ability of this. But then I can also see why shield is also pretty valuable as well. You want to be able to defend your valuable units, your engines, possibly that defender if I was targeting it, which I was going to if, you know, he didn't play that other poison. But I will happily trade Emmy off for one less card. I do have the Enslave still, so we'll see. Here comes Menno, which is great for us. I don't want the Venedal Elite here though. I also don't want Tibber, but you know, what can you do, right? Oh no. Oh, we are doomed. Okay. Yeah, we actually have problems now. The most we can get out of these value is 5. Oh, this is bad. I mean, it's not like the worst, but it's not good. I mean, he does have 6 cards left. I don't know if he has any units left in the deck. I don't think so. So I wouldn't be afraid of a Great Oak in there, so. We can actually bring out an Assassinate and just kill this. Or we can just actually play a regular Assassination. We can play reactive a little bit here. Merliga. Is this who I want to actually enslave? Or should I wait for a better target? Well, Etriel's coming out, right? Yeah, if Etriel's coming out, then it should be fine. I think. Man, this is actually bad for us. We bricked both Golem and Tibber. Or Tiber. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm sorry. There's Etriel. We could just Zarthesius, actually. Let's see what we get. We get Battle Prep. Too bad you're not a soldier. That's okay. I mean, it is a boost still. I don't think he can play around Enslave anymore. If he's still... Nature's Rebuke? Okay. That's fine. I guess we'll just play Yennefer. Can we draw the 5? No. Of course we get the... Of course we low roll. Because that's our luck. But honestly, I think we're still okay, in my opinion. Like, he's played a lot of powerhouses. My guess is he's gonna have a Great Oak as potentially as like last. Oh, perfect. Actually, this works out well for us. That's beautiful, actually. Yeah, this he had a Hawker support. Was he trying to run like scenario? Yeah, was he trying to run scenario? Or probably a trap? It's probably a trap. It was probably a trap. Yeah. Okay, wow, we are taking on quite the slew of syndicates today. Are you serious? We don't need this right now. Okay, Hefty Helga here is actually not pretty nice. We got both Venedal Elites, so we can actually do some damage here. So he doesn't have that very powerful damage that comes from blood money, so... So what would your first... I feel like syndicates become very... I wouldn't want to say obvious, but I want to say kind of predictable at this point. Just because, like, you know, their gold package is pretty much the same. You got the Morelsis, the Philippas, the Savolas, the Madame Louisa. I don't know if this runs Passiflora, but if it does, we can counter it. So, honestly, I'm not too afraid of Passiflora. That makes me wonder if I actually think we should save Hefty Helga. Oh, you're running an Arena Ghoul? Okay, that's new. That's actually pretty new. I mean, that's a free Arena Ghoul actually with off the book, so that makes sense. I feel like if this guy runs something crazy like Scorch, then I'm gonna bow my head and just walk away in shame. If he runs a Scorch. Unlikely, but you never know with these kinds of players, right? Wait, what? Is he playing his charges? Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is a very interesting deck. We can kill one on its own, and then we can just hit two, right? Yeah, we'll kill one on its own, and then we'll just do this. And then next turn we can just... Oh, I don't have a Tourney Joust. Psych! I don't have Tourney Joust. He plays all 3 charge of his coinage. That's interesting. Would not have expected that, to be honest. I mean, we can just kill this. Assassinate. I mean, at this point, he's not gonna be able to beat us in the first round anyway. And it didn't even look like he tried to invest that much, so he just used up those 3 coins. I mean, if he has like an Arena Ghoul or something, then he could... Oh, not Arena Ghoul, sorry, Street Urchins. And then get up all the money from that. I think next turn I will play War Council. He might actually even think about passing right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Is this a Graydon? This could possibly a Graydon. But the thing with Graydon is he only gets, what? 4 power from it? So he doesn't even get that much value. So I'm okay. Well... I mean, I might as well play Artorias here. And since you're about to die anyway, I might as well use you. So I'm gonna be at 30, which is fine. He'll be at 16. No, he'll be at 15, 19. Okay, so he does pass. So he just played that just for the giggles. Okay. Do I want to go a long round 3 against Syndicate, though? Is that something that I'm feeling right now? Not really. I just think, like, this deck just, I feel like does better in a short round, you know? I might actually play Bribery first turn, just to have an idea of what to expect from his hand. I will actually keep this hand, though. Yeah, I'll actually opt to Bribery here. Actually, no, Psych. I'll play Imperial Diplomacy first. I mean, I don't mind if I go down a card. He's already used up all of his charges, but my guess is he's using it for that passive ability. That sounded like a Star Wars thing, and that was from The Witcher. So who does Marching Orders bring out? One of the mages? Honestly, I'm okay with one of the mages, to be honest. Another Arena Ghoul. Alright, that's fine. So this is what you're hiding in here. Well, this sucks. but that's what you're hiding in there. I see. I see. A Siggy Reuven. Explains why he was kind of confident. I see he doesn't waste his time spending coins. I actually like this. I don't mind treasoning next turn. I mean, the treason here kind of sucks, but should I still play Village? I think I should still just play Village of Forts, right? Yeah. A Sly Seductress? Dang. Pity. That's fine. I don't think there's any way I can get a good treason off this game. I might have to like pass up on it. There's Ewald. Yeah, I might actually just have to pass up on it. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna pass actually here. There's no way I'm gonna win. Okay, perfect. Get rid of this. It's Triss, it's Marigold, and the Golem. I don't know if I should keep Treason. I don't know if I'm gonna find a good use for it. That's the problem. But like compared to the other cards, I think I would actually just keep Treason. We have a lot of damaging cards coming his way. We still also have an Enslave. He did use up all charges, so we shouldn't worry about extra coinage from him. If he has an Imka, then that's probably who we end up stealing. We could actually even just steal this Louisa too. We'll play Zarthisius. Nice. I didn't see a Muriel, so I don't know if he's gonna have one. I mean, he could. If this was a this is a Muriel, he's got me dead. This cannot be a Muriel. I want to see Savola, actually. I would rather see Savola right now than Muriels. I mean, I am gonna play Treason on this, even though it's just gonna be 6 damage. And then I probably just end up stealing Savola. I could also just marching orders. I mean, it's not gonna kill the Frightener, but it's some damage, I suppose. I mean, if it's the 11, then we only do 5 damage, which honestly I think is still fine, right? Okay, awesome. It's not gonna kill it, but... And then we'll actually steal Louisa here. Louisa has more value than Savola. Cool! That's our treason target. Trigger the profit abilities of adjacent units? Oh, wow. Actually, that's not so bad. We are gonna kill this though. Why would I want him boosting units by 2? But dang, this guy's running a very diverse deck. It's very diverse. Which makes sense. If you're running Siggy Reuven, it's gonna be a diverse deck. Street Urchins? Actually, that's not so bad. Oh boy. I mean, he has a lot of money. I don't know. He could have a Muriel still. Igor? Oh, he has to use money for that, right? Oh, yeah, that's cool for me. That's cool for me, actually. Nice. Nice and big coins. Okay, so I want to see what he does here. It all depends on what his last card is, but yeah, I was gonna say with the lack of money, I'm not sure if it's gonna get anywhere with that. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be my showcasing for the Hypermill Nilfgaard deck. Let me know what your guys' thoughts of it are. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, leave a comment on any changes you guys would like to make this deck. I was thinking about doing Tactical Decision first, but I feel like Enslave just has a pretty big power swing that I just decided to go with Enslave instead for the time being. But changes are definitely like considered if that's the case, because I know that the meta definitely changes throughout the season. And of course, subscribe for more Gwent content. Be sure to check out Team Bandit Gang's website down in the description below. And other than that, this is Enzo signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.